Good morning, automotive enthusiasts, and welcome to a special report on a vehicle that has long been the unsung hero of the urban landscape. In an era where it feels like every new car announcement comes with a price tag that makes your eyes water and a footprint that barely fits in a standard parking space, Honda is making a bold and refreshing move in the opposite direction.
Today, we are looking at the 2026 Honda Fit, or the Jazz as it is known in many global markets, which has just received a significant mid-cycle refresh that aims to solve two of the biggest complaints of the modern car buyer: polarizing styling and rising costs.
While the rest of the industry seems obsessed with making everything look like a rugged off-roader or a minimalist electric pod, Honda has gone back to the drawing board to give the Fit a new face that is both more assertive and more traditional, all while remarkably lowering the entry price to make it one of the most compelling values in the 2026 market. This is a strategic pivot that could signal a wider trend of manufacturers realizing that there is still a massive appetite for honest, affordable, and incredibly practical small cars. The most immediate change you will notice on the 2026 model is the front end. When the current generation Fit first debuted, it sported a very clean, almost grille-less look that was designed to mimic the aesthetic of electric vehicles. While some found it cute and futuristic, others felt it lacked the personality and face that buyers typically look for in a Honda. For 2026, the engineers and designers have introduced a much more prominent grille with a sophisticated mesh pattern that brings it in line with the latest Civic and Accord.
The headlights have been sharpened with new LED signatures that give the car a more awake and premium appearance. The lower bumper has also been redesigned, with more aggressive air intakes and a cleaner chin spoiler, which not only improves the car's aerodynamic efficiency, but also gives it a wider, more planted stance on the road. It is a masterclass in how a few strategic changes can completely transform the character of a vehicle, moving it away from its previously soft image into something that feels much more grown up and capable.
But the real headline story here is the pricing strategy. In a move that has stunned many industry analysts, Honda has managed to streamline the production process and optimize the trim levels to actually lower the starting price of the 2026 Fit compared to the previous year. This is almost unheard of in the current economic climate. Honda representatives suggest that by focusing on what customers actually use and removing some of the redundant high-cost tech that often goes ignored in subcompact cars, they can offer a bare driving machine for less money.
This doesn't mean the car feels cheap. Instead, it feels focused. By doubling down on the man maximum, machine minimum philosophy, Honda is proving that you can have a high-quality interior with durable materials and smart ergonomics without needing to charge luxury car prices. This lower price point is a direct challenge to the influx of cheap subcompact crossovers and budget-oriented electric vehicles that have been encroaching on Honda's territory.
Underneath the new skin, the 2026 Fit continues to utilize the highly efficient EHEV hybrid powertrain as its primary motivator in most markets. This system, which uses two electric motors paired with a 1.5-liter Atkinson cycle engine, has been further refined for 2026 to provide a smoother transition between electric and gasoline power. The result is a driving experience that feels punchy and responsive in city traffic while maintaining the incredible fuel economy that has made the Fit a favorite for commuters.
Honda has also tweaked the suspension bushings and steering calibration to provide a bit more feedback to the driver, ensuring that while the Fit is a practical tool, it still retains that fun-to-drive DNA that has defined the brand for decades. The ride quality remains surprisingly supple for such a small wheelbase, easily soaking up the potholes and imperfections of the urban jungle. Inside the cabin, the 2026 refresh brings several quality-of-life improvements. The infotainment system has been upgraded to the latest Honda software, which is faster, more intuitive, and features better smartphone integration. However, the biggest draw of the Fit remains its legendary magic seats. For those who might be new to the model, these rear seats can flip up to carry tall items like plants or bicycles behind the front seats, or fold completely flat to create a cargo area that rivals many mid-sized SUVs. It is this sheer versatility that makes the Fit such a threat to the crossover segment. Why buy a bulky, less efficient SUV when a Fit can carry almost the same amount of gear while being easier to park and much cheaper to run?
The interior materials have also been refreshed with new textures and colors that make the cabin feel airy and modern, avoiding the dark and cramped feeling often found in budget hatchbacks. Safety, as always, is a top priority for Honda. Despite the lower price point, the 2026 Fit comes standard with an updated version of the Honda Sensing Suite.
This includes improved camera and radar hardware that enhances the performance of the collision mitigation braking system, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control. In many ways, the 2026 Fit offers more safety technology at its new lower price than many competitors do at a much higher premium. It is a clear statement from Honda that safety shouldn't be a luxury feature. As we wrap up this look at the new Fit, it is clear that Honda has listened to the market. By giving the car a more attractive face and a more accessible price tag, they have rejuvenated a model that many thought might be phased out in favor of SUVs. Instead, the 2026 Honda Fit stands as a beacon of practicality and value, proving that the small car isn't just surviving, it is thriving. Whether you are a first-time buyer looking for reliability or a city dweller needing ultimate versatility, the 2026 Fit is a reminder that sometimes the best things really do come in small, affordable packages.